not with us. Diogo Jota passing away over the summer. Forever 20, the number 20 joined in 2020 and helped them to win their 20th Premier League title. Tributes will be paid to him and his brother Andre Silva ahead of kick-off this evening, and we will break away to observe those tributes. The minute's silence, of course, as well, before we come back with live match commentary here on Flashscore. So let's quickly run through the team news whilst we await those tributes. For Liverpool, it's Alisson in goal. The back four from left to right of debutants Kirkes, Van Dijk, Konate and Frimpong. All four debutants for Liverpool starting in this game. The fifth was signed, but not in the nick of time. Midfield holding are McAllister and Szoboszlai, a midfield three behind the striker of Gakpo, Wirtz and Salah, and Ekitike leading the line. So the four debutants for Liverpool then, the two fullbacks Kirkes and Frimpong, and of course the two forwards Wirtz and Ekitike in the familiar 4-2-3-1. Kirkes lining up against his former side. He made the move from Bournemouth to Liverpool in the summer. He was one of those four players, a combined total of £250 million spent there by Liverpool. Bournemouth then with a big change in their squad as well. A huge amount of players leaving the club, particularly high-profile players as well. Petrovic makes his debut, signing from Chelsea in goal for Bournemouth. The back four of Smith, Hill, Senesai and Truffert. Holding midfield are Adams and Scott. The midfield three of Brooks, Tavernier and Semenyo behind Evanilson, both playing in 4-2-3-1. So we'll break away now while we receive the tributes for Diogo Jota and Andre Silva. tributes paid there to Diogo Jota and Andre Silva at Anfield. Beautifully observed minute silence. In fact, the only noise you could hear was somebody standing up during the minute silence, and you could hear the seat clink back into place. That was how impeccably observed that was at Anfield. Diogo Jota passing away over the summer with his brother Andre Silva. So the reigning champions about to get the 25-26 season underway here against a new look Bournemouth side. Liverpool have the better of the stats when it comes to head between these two sides, and they've got a good history of winning their opening games of the season as well, particularly when they've been tasked with the season opener as they are tonight. And we are underway. It's Liverpool who kick us off, shooting from right to left. The ball comes back to Van Dijk. It's a long ball hit forward looking for Ekitike. It's headed away at the back by Bournemouth, and they're trying to sustain some possession in the middle, having to rush it away. Picked up by Konate, chested down, flicked towards Frimpong, who under pressure straight away from Evanilson has managed to just about get it away. It's back in the Bournemouth half. It comes back into the middle of the park for Szoboszlai. Here's Frimpong, lays it off to the right-hand side. Mo Salah, familiar face in an ever-changing Liverpool side. The ball comes back now to Konate and all the way back to Alisson. Out to the left-hand side, it's Kerkez against his former side. Gets the nod ahead of Robertson this evening. It's played forward, and that's a nasty one on Gakpo. The referee plays advantage. It's over on the far side now with Frimpong. A quick 1-2 with Szoboszlai. Back with the Hungarian once more. Plays it in field for McAllister. Slips the ball through without looking and gives it away. And now Bournemouth look to come forward. Here's Tavernier. Drops it to Scott. Back into defence here with Senesi. Here's Hill. Given away. Here's Gakpo midway through the half. Plays it to the right-hand side and Szoboszlai helps it on its way. Salah chips it into the box. It's headed away at the back by Hill. And Bournemouth trying to break here. Konate will stop that one. It comes forward to Mo Salah. Chips it into Van Dijk in the centre circle. Takes his time. Lays it off short to Kerkez. Back to Van Dijk. Some good pressing here from Bournemouth. Pushing Liverpool back in towards their own box. The first 90 seconds gone. It's Liverpool 0, Bournemouth 0 live here on Flash Score. Here's Alisson. Quick 1-2 through the middle of the park. Now with Van Dijk, forward to Kerkez, slips it through to McAllister, who turns and makes his run forward through the middle, past the halfway line, slips it out to the left-hand side. Here's Cody Gakpo, running up against the Bournemouth right back, drops it to Ekitike, who goes for it from distance and drags his shot low and slow, and ultimately into the arms of the goalkeeper. 2 minutes gone, Liverpool 0, Bournemouth 0. Liverpool, of course, wearing black armbands in this one. I think Bournemouth are as well, actually. Here is Van Dijk. Goes past the halfway line. Tries to play it forward for Ekitike. Had to stop his run to keep on side and was therefore not able to get on the end of that one. It's gone slowly to the Bournemouth goalkeeper, Petrovic, making his debut after signing from Chelsea. So the champions kicking off the new Premier League season at Anfield against a transitional period Bournemouth, it's fair to say. Arne Slot was the one saying that Liverpool need time to adapt, but you would argue Bournemouth absolutely more so. They've had a huge amount of players leave the club over the summer. Arne Slot saying last weekend, fielding the 4 new players in the Community Shield defeat by Crystal Palace, that they needed to give themselves time. Ball out to the left-hand side for Gakpo, drops it for Kerkez, who tries to get the ball in low. It's been turned away. Now Smith will launch this one upfield, bouncing between the two Liverpool centre halves and turn back comfortably to Alisson. Now here is Ekitike again. Out to the right-hand side for Mo Salah. Cuts into the box, goes for goal. It's a good save as well from Petrovic. Really typical Mo Salah. Cuts in, puts it on his left boot on the edge of the box and goes across the goalkeeper. Petrovic level to it, and Liverpool with the first corner of the Premier League season. The way he bends his body as well, Salah, to get himself around that one. It's very typical Mo Salah effort, and it was destined for the top corner. 4 minutes gone. Liverpool 0, Bournemouth 0 live here on Flash Score. And it is Kerkez who's going to take the corner. He's hit it low towards the near post. It's a 1-2 back to him. And now with Frimpong just outside the box, plays it out to the right-hand side for Mo Salah. Puts it onto his left boot, curls it into the box. It's a good one, and Van Dijk jumps a little bit too soon and heads it glancing over the bar. Needed to just jump a split second later to make the right contact with that in the air, but a really nicely weighted ball. I think Ekitike got in his way as well as he came across wanting the same header. It's Liverpool making the first chances of the Premier League season. 5 minutes gone. Liverpool 0, Bournemouth 0 live here on Flash Score. Reminder of the team news: 4 debutants for Liverpool. Alisson in goal, back four of Kerkez, Van Dijk, Konate and Frimpong. Kerkez against his former club as well, of course. McAllister and Szoboszlai holding the midfield. Gakpo, Wirtz and Salah behind Ekitike. Ball down the left-hand side here for Bournemouth. We'll rerun their team news in just a moment as they win a throw-in on the left-hand side. Brooks tries to take it quickly, looking for Van Elsen, but it's unfortunately been flagged to move back a few yards. He's had to throw it back defensively instead. Here's Senesi. Goes back to his goalkeeper, Petrovic, making his debut after signing from Chelsea over the summer. It's chipped out to the right-hand side, headed in by Semenyo. Picked up now by Van Dijk, flicks it forward. Gakpo heads it down, back to the Liverpool skipper. Heavy touch, he's given it away. Semenyo dances round him, goes back defensively here to look to rebuild for Bournemouth. Plays it infield, cutting the ball through for Senesi in the middle. Plays it out to the left-hand side. Here's Truffert. Continuing his run down the left. Szoboszlai will try and close him down. It's a really nice ball in, and Semenyo throws himself at it and puts it over the bar. It's a really nice ball in, perfectly weighted, nice curl on it as well. Just couldn't quite get himself in the right sort of location for that one. He's got under the ball as he's gone down. Some good pressure being put on by Kerkez as well. Here's Van Dijk to take the goal kick, plays it short to Alisson, who then chips it down the middle. Flicked on the left-hand side. Referee's going to give advantage there for the foul on the Liverpool man, but it's kept up by Ekitike, eventually losing the ball. Advantage is gone. Bournemouth now with the ball at the back. Here's Senesi, chips it forward down the left-hand side, and there's a slip at the vital moment there as Tavernier was about to turn on the ball. So Liverpool winning possession back, and it's run out of play by Szoboszlai, who was under some pressure there by Smith, who was putting the pressure on there. So a throw in here to Bournemouth, level with the edge of the 18-yard box. Brooks just retying his boots. So there's a stoppage in play here, 7 minutes in, while he adjusts his footwear. Liverpool splashing out over £300 million now with their 5th signing. He wasn't available in time for today, but 4 of them starting today. It's enhancing what was an already strong squad, it's fair to say. Throw-in comes in, it's straight into the 6-yard box, headed away on the edge by Konate. It's now with Bournemouth again, comes back into the centre circle, turned back to... I'm trying to work out who that is, because it looks like it's the number 12. There is no number 12. Oh, there he is, Adams. I couldn't find number 12 on the team sheet for a minute. Out onto the left-hand side. Now back to the goalkeeper, who looks to hit this one long. It's mid-height, and it's just about gone over everybody. Konate will turn this back to Alisson. Oh, he's messed that up big time. For a minute, it looked like we're going to have a spectacularly poor own goal, but it's gone wide. But Alisson couldn't get there. It's out for a corner. A little bit of a mix-up at the back between the two. Alisson wasn't expecting it. So a corner here to Bournemouth. 1 corner apiece so far. Liverpool have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 players in the box defending this, and the corner comes short and is now whipped in, and that's a comfortable one for Alisson, who gathers at the near post and waits for his teammates to move forward. We do have the new 6-second rule in theory, which I think he has observed there, Alisson, to be fair, throwing it out to Szoboszlai. Interesting to see how long that is actually enforced for by officials this season. Here's Van Dijk again, drops it back to Alisson. Takes the touch, looks to hit this one forward. It's chipped up into the centre circle. Ekitike heading it down, looking for Wirtz. It's gone just over him. Bit of head tennis between the two sides. It's eventually dropped for Semenyo on this right-hand side for Bournemouth. Looks to try and get around his fullbacks. And he slipped a lovely ball through for Smith, who cuts it across the 6-yard box. Van Dijk on hand to sweep it behind for a corner. A really nice little bit of play there from Bournemouth. And absolutely the right decision from Smith, who, brilliant overlapping run, goes past Semenyo into a perfect little pocket of space. It's a brilliantly weighted ball. And the cut back towards the penalty spot was the perfect idea. Van Dijk read the game really well. Brooks to take the corner here for Bournemouth. A left-footed in-swinger puts the signal up. And this one is dinked towards the near post. It's flicked on with the header and turned away at the back post. And Salah picks up the ball, keeps hold of possession and wins the throw-in for Liverpool midway through the half. But I tell you something, that was a really good header from Evanilson. It was headed away by Szoboszlai. It was a good job as well, because there was a run being made behind him. I'm trying to work out who it was, because I'm sure it said 18. It must have been 16. I could see. Liverpool have won a corner themselves. Ball comes in and Smith, unsure what to do, decides to play it safe and put it behind for a corner. It's a really nice ball to Salah in the build-up that just caught them all off guard a little bit, trying to slip in Gakpo. Exactly a minute from one corner to the next. And Wirtz to take the corner for Liverpool. Signal goes up. He's just waiting before putting the ball in. There's another good delivery towards the near post. It's headed up in the air. Petrovic comes out to claim and does. Throwing up quickly to start the counter-attack, and Tavernier goes down, wants the foul. The referee says no. He's arguing with the referee here, but it is a throw into Liverpool. Here's Szoboszlai. Szoboszlai stood still with the ball, telling his teammates where they should be, just orchestrating the midfield at the moment. It's a quick 1-2 with McAllister. Drops it back to Van Dijk, now with McAllister in the centre circle. Just to try and shoulder roll his man. Drops it to Wirtz. And again, he's forced back into the Liverpool half with Szoboszlai, now in the centre circle with Van Dijk. Looks to pump this one forward, and it's down the left-hand side. It's overhit, and Gakpo can't take that one down. It's out for a Bournemouth throw. Approaching 12 minutes gone in this game. Liverpool 0, Bournemouth 0, live here on Flash Score, the Premier League curtain raiser. Liverpool losing last time out in the official start of the season in the Community Shield. Despite the loss, the performance was largely positive. Ekitike and Frimpong with goals on their competitive debuts. Felt like a sample of things to come, perhaps, for the Reds. It was also the first time two Liverpool debutants have scored in the same competitive game since 2006. And if anybody guesses correctly who these two goal scorers were and who the opposition were, I'll be mightily impressed. Get in touch with us on Twitter if you can do so. They played against Maccabi Haifa in 2006, and two debutants scored in that competitive fixture: Craig Bellamy and Mark Gonzalez. Liverpool on possession in the middle of the pitch. There's a bit of a delay there. Both teams are appealing for a free kick, and the referee eventually giving it the way of Bournemouth, much to the annoyance of Liverpool. I'm having a deep discussion here with Smith for Bournemouth and Van Dijk. I can see why. So this is interesting. I'm just going to watch it back again. The ball, Liverpool are on the attack. The ball's going forward towards Ekitike, and the Bournemouth man, it's Senesai, makes a pig's ear of this. He takes the touch with his quad, and he knows he's put it into the path of Ekitike, who would then be one-on-one on the halfway line with half of the field to himself, and he throws his arm out to try and grab the ball. It looks like he doesn't quite make contact with it, but Ekitike then stops play because of the handball. The referee's forced into a decision and gives it Bournemouth's way. But it used to be that if you attempted a clear and obvious handball, that it was still penalised. It's very interesting, and it's flared the tensions up a little bit here. And Brooks has just been booked, I think, because he was appealing for a corner and a goal kick was given. And we already have a bit of controversy at the start of this Premier League campaign. I think because the ball did not make contact with the arm, they've not given it. But there was a clear and obvious attempt to deliberately handball and stop what you could argue is a goal-scoring opportunity, despite the fact it's at the halfway line. And that is absolutely one to digest over the weekend as Liverpool take the goal kick. It's played out to Kerkez on the left, whose clearance down the wing is blocked by Semenyo and out for a Liverpool throw-in. Well, a quarter of an hour into the season and we have our first talking point. And when you watch it back, you can see he's absolutely trying to grab the ball. Ekitike, for me, though, should ignore it and take full advantage and think, I'm one-on-one here on my Premier League debut. I've got half the pitch to myself to surge towards their goalkeeper. I'm going for it. But he doesn't. He instead decides that he wants a free kick on the halfway line. I assume it's because he thinks there's a red card potential, but that would have been given anyway. Long ball forward here for Gakpo. Looks to be in behind the defence, but his first touch gives the defenders a chance to get back, and he has ultimately lost the ball. It's played down the right-hand side. It's Semenyo being held off by Kerkez. Ball comes into the middle. It's won back by McAllister. And now here is Wirtz. Played out to the right-hand side. Chipped in by Salah. A little bit too high for Ekitike. And out for a goal kick. Yeah, I think Ekitike has been naive there, because if he just goes for it, worst case scenario is they go forward, they don't score, the referee would then, in his head, if he thinks there's a red card opportunity there, the ref isn't going to not give a red card if he plays advantage. So for me, it's a case of, do I want to go one-on-one here from the halfway line and run at the goalkeeper and have a goal scoring opportunity, or do I want a free kick on the halfway line? Because any card punishment from the referee is going to be exactly the same regardless of what you pick there. So as a striker, on your debut in the Premier League, at home, 15 minutes in, one-on-one on the halfway line, are you telling me that you think, no, actually, I'd rather have the free kick on the halfway line? Absolutely not. Ekitike here, again, being pulled back. That's another one for me. He could have been one-on-one there, and he's been pulled back, and nothing has been given. Szoboszlai is now punished for pushing over the Bournemouth player in retaliation. The referee needs to get a hold of this game, because there's two big boiling points there that have gone against Liverpool. Ekitike, for me, for the first one, as I say, bit naive. He should go for it and trust that the referee will still penalise the player. But that one there, Ekitike has absolutely pulled the player. And I was absolutely right. I mentioned earlier that I thought there was a problem with the team sheet. We don't have an 18 on the team sheet we've been given, but there is absolutely an 18 playing for Bournemouth. So I think the team sheets need updating, so I do apologise, and we will try and work out what the discrepancy is there in terms of the Bournemouth team. So I'm just looking with an alternative online just to see if I can work out who it is. So the 18 for Bournemouth is Ekitike. And it's Hill who is not actually playing. We've got Hill down as starting this game on the team sheets here that we've been given. That is not the case. It is absolutely number 18, Ekitike, who we've had a couple of issues in the opening 17.5 minutes we've played where we were confused there, working out who he was. So there we are. Glad we've resolved it sooner rather than later, so apologies for that. Hill is on the bench. And I'm just trying to find out now whether it's because Hill was meant to start and pulled out in the warm-up or something like that, or whether it is just a complete error on the team sheet. As far as I can tell, he was meant to be starting. Bournemouth posted that it was a Premier League debut for him. And they posted their team news on time. And there was absolutely no mention of him in their original team lineup. There's nothing on here to say that there was ever a change made and that Hill had to drop out for injury or anything like that. I think it is just an error. So apologies for listeners and viewers on the website as well, viewing the Flash Score team sheet, and we will get that error rectified as soon as we possibly can. In the meantime, it is Liverpool 0, Bournemouth 0, 19 minutes gone. Here's Van Dijk. Ball played forward through the middle. Wirtz tries to pick up the loose ball there and gives it away. Bournemouth now looking to build from the middle. The ball comes back into defence with Ekitike. And it's chipped forward down the right for Semenyo. Overhit, and that is out for a Liverpool throw. But it's deep by their own corner flag here. Arguably not an advantage for Liverpool to have this. And everybody on all four sides of Anfield rise to their feet as we are in the 20th minute and the ball has gone out of play, and so we are now going to have an applause, and the referee quite rightly is going to stop play so that the players for both sides can join in with this tribute for Diogo Jota. And we do now, after 20 seconds, get the game back underway. The fans continue their applause, of course. And Diogo Jota, forever 20, being remembered here tonight at Anfield. I'm just taking a moment just to take this in. It's beautiful to see all four stands on their feet applauding, members of the press in the press box, the visiting fans from Bournemouth, the directors, the hospitality, and of course the Kop, all in solidarity, singing Jota's name. A really beautiful moment again in such tragic circumstances, which I think is fair to say is what Liverpool do best. As a club and as a city, they do just pull together with such strength and unity in the most challenging of times. And as we rejoin the action, here's Mo Salah dancing through the Bournemouth defence. He took 4 players out of the game there before ultimately losing the ball to Tavernier. It's played up to Alisson. Here's Van Dijk. McAllister helps it on his way to Wirtz. I fancy him scoring on his debut tonight. He's looked impressive so far. And Bournemouth, when they do finally get broken down, I feel like he's got a chance. Here's Konate. Into the centre circle with Van Dijk. 22 minutes gone. Liverpool 0, Bournemouth 0 live here on Flash Score. Ball on the right-hand side, chipped into the box and gathered in the air comfortably by Petrovic. And we are midway through the first half. Liverpool 0, Bournemouth 0. Here's Szoboszlai in the middle. Forward to McAllister. Somehow gets the ball to Salah via the defender. Comes into Ekitike in the box, who has to hurdle a challenge and is then knocked down. But the referee, I think, has already given a free kick to Bournemouth. Yeah, he's pushed the defender down and then he's jumped over Ekitike. And then Senesai has bundled him over as he's off balance. So the referee is giving the free kick for the original foul. So free kick to Bournemouth. Taken short by the goalkeeper. Here's Senesai. Hits it long. It's headed away by Van Dijk. Goes past the halfway line. Headed back forward by Tavernier. Here is Van Dijk. Wirtz. Sprays the ball out to the left-hand side. Here's Cody Gakpo. Barged off the ball fairly. Vert's now bundled off it as well as he was queuing up the shot. Referee says play on. Now Semenyo down the right. He's bundled down and the free kick is given. And again, Liverpool not happy because they feel that that's exactly what just happened to Verts a moment ago. Here's Kirkez, scuffs that one out, sliced it really as he went to hit that one away. 25 minutes gone. It was an awkward one. And Bournemouth with a throw in 20 yards from the goal line. And it's on the near side. Bournemouth shooting from left to right. Semenyo was just having a discussion with a Liverpool fan as he waits to take the throw in. And he does now throw it in. It's headed away and headed on by Gakpo. Bournemouth still in possession though, in real terms. He's played forward looking for Brooks, who's trying to get the better of Frimpong, who has defended that ball really well. Goes out for a throw in to Liverpool. Fantastic blocking of the ball there. I think a free kick was given actually as he was shielding the ball. Alisson's coming over. So free kick taken right by the touchline by Alisson. Headed away at the back by Bournemouth, picked up in the middle by Szoboszlai, drops it back to Konate, now across to Van Dijk. And Kirkez back to Van Dijk. Played it forward for Szoboszlai. Across to Konate, beautifully dances round the man, plays it out to the right hand side. Frimpong up in the corner flag with the overlapping run, drops it back down the line. Here's McAllister linking up with Szoboszlai. Plays it into Verts, who tries to slip it in first touch. It's been blocked and lands kindly for Szoboszlai. Tries to slip it in for Salah, but that's been cleared away at the back as well. Header forward picked up by Van Dijk. Drops it to Verts. Plays the ball out to Frimpong in space on the right. Sets himself for the cross, puts it in. And Ekitike, as he tries to direct the ball goalwards, has his effort blocked behind for another Liverpool corner. The referee's just come out of the box as we're waiting for this corner to be taken. I'm just working out whether he's gone to look at the VAR screen or speaking to his fourth official. And both managers have just come over as well. So the referee is just having a conversation with. Initially, it looked like he was having a chat with the Bournemouth bench and the fourth official, but Arne Slott's come over and he is engaging with both managers. He's also speaking to. He's got his arm on the shoulder of Arne Slot at the moment. Everyone's nodding in agreement. And the linesman's now coming over to speak to the fourth official as well. The referee seemed to be talking to. Yes, so it looked like he was talking to a member of the security staff. The players have just come over, and Semenyo was being spoken to. I think the incident at the before the throw-in, I mentioned he was having a conversation with a Liverpool fan. I assume that's what this is in relation to, because there seems to be a bit of attention being given to Semenyo here, and there's no aggression from either. When he came over to speak to the managers, neither of them looked irate and frustrated, as if the ref had come over to talk about a decision and one was disappointed with it. They both sort of nodded respectfully. So initially I felt there might be an issue in the crowd, but then with the focus on Semenyo, I think something was said to him by that fan, which has led to a pause in the game whilst that fan is removed from the stadium. I don't want to make assumptions on what was said, but clearly something offensive has been said by that fan to Semenyo, who then took the throw-in, and has obviously made that complaint since, or maybe the linesman has spoken on the headset. Yeah, the referee just giving Semenyo a pat on the back and checking that he's okay. So I think something was said by that fan, which is, it's really disappointing. It's never nice in football to see that happen. It's incredibly frustrating, but on such an occasion where Liverpool are paying heartfelt tributes to Diogo Jota and his brother Andre Silva, and for the Bournemouth fans and players and staff to have supported those tributes so beautifully, for a Liverpool fan to have acted in such a way is really, really disappointing beyond words, and does not represent either of these clubs. And he's let Liverpool FC down tremendously in his actions there. We are now in a position to resume. There will of course be a lengthy chunk of added time. The corner comes in for Liverpool, and it's Van Dijk with the header. It's just down the throat of the goalkeeper and gathered relatively comfortably by Petrovic. So 31 minutes gone, the ball is rolled out and it's a central one. Liverpool immediately putting that pressure on. And Smith with a back heel down the line to try and keep the ball away from the Bournemouth goal. Semenyo winning the throw-in just in front of the Bournemouth dugout. Smith will take this one. It's thrown down the line and it's been cleared away by Van Dijk. Another throw in here. Bournemouth taking the time over the throw-ins, just looking to try and disrupt Liverpool's flow a little bit. Semenyo battling with Kerkez. It's a really good battle and it's a brilliant challenge from Kerkez to get the ball away. Gakpo receives it, is fouled by Smith, the Bournemouth captain, and it's a Liverpool free kick on this near side. There's been a couple of really good battles with Semenyo and Kerkez, full-blooded as well. They were of course teammates just a few months ago, but no love lost in that challenge from Kerkez there. So Liverpool just setting themselves ready to take this free kick, and Kerkez, who won it, will take it. And it's hit long, looking for Ekitike, who again gets into a bit of a challenge himself and wins a throw-in for Liverpool. It's going to be taken by Wirtz. Throws it defensively back to Kerkez. Now back with Van Dijk, midway through the Liverpool half. 33 minutes gone, Liverpool 0, Bournemouth 0. Ball comes forward to Ekitike, who's been shown away from the ball. He's been a little bit lightweight for me in the first half for Liverpool. Ball down the right-hand side now for Bournemouth, as out to try and counter-attack, and it's come in looking for Van Elsen, and he's again just let that go past him. He could have done more with that, and it is now back with the Liverpool goalkeeper Alisson. Now here's Van Dijk. It's not the most convincing clearance from Liverpool, but they've done the job and got it away. Smith will turn it back to Petrovic. There's some good pressure being piled on by the front four for Bournemouth there. Liverpool managed to evade it. Kerkez tries to whip the ball into the box. It's been cleared away. Now here's Sombersline. Drops it back to Konate. McAllister, lovely little 1-2. We're driving forward. He's been blocked off the ball again, and Bournemouth have been really tight at the back. Played out to the left-hand side. Into the middle here with Scott. Back to Truffet. Ekitike slips the ball forward. Is he offside there? He's going to keep this in play, and if he's on, that's a really impressive run from Van Ilsen. And he is onside according to the linesman. And it's Smith, cuts it back to the edge of the box, and a cleaner strike at that, and that's 1-0. It was Tavernier coming in. He just couldn't get the connection on it he would have wanted. Now Liverpool look to counter-attack. Here's Vert, gets onto the edge of the box. He's got two defenders on him, and ultimately they've teamed up well and won the ball. The clearance is blocked by Vert. Can't quite keep it in play. Takes play for a Bournemouth throw-in. But that was a really nice bit of play there from Bournemouth. It started with Van Ilsen. Smith with the run into the box and the cut back, and Tavernier meeting on the edge of the box, just not getting a clean strike on that, and the slow pace gave Alisson plenty of time to get to it. It's Kirkes. McAllister. With Van Dijk back to Alisson. Arne Slot was understandably disappointed by Liverpool's false start at Wembley, especially as they twice relinquished the lead. Turning to the fortress Anfield for the season opener. He was absolutely welcomed by him. Liverpool lost just one Premier League home game last season. It was a 1-0 to Nottingham Forest in September. They won 46 out of 57 points at home. 2 of their 4 home draws came after they'd already clinched the record equaling 20th top flight title. Here's McAllister for Ekitike. He's bundled it past his defender and slots it past the keeper, and he gives Liverpool the lead. 37th minute, it's his debut goal for Liverpool. Points to the badge. And Liverpool, in the season curtain raiser, have taken the lead. Liverpool 1, Bournemouth 0, and the reigning champions are top of the table. Ekitike scored, of course, in the Community Shield, and has scored on his Premier League debut. I mentioned earlier on he looked a little bit lightweight, and he has, and I stand by that. But this was good here. He's tried to put the ball through the defender's legs. It's ricocheted, but he was quick to react and get onto it a second time. And he takes it in his stride. It literally bounces, and he waits for the bounce. It's nice. He tries to go through the legs. Smith closes his legs. It bounces off him, so centre side rather. Bounces back off Ekitike, and he just waits for it to bounce and set. Looks at the goalkeeper. It's on the second bounce that he strikes it just as it's about to hit the ground, and it bobbles, but he just sends the keeper the wrong way. It bobbles into the back of the net, and that will do. Liverpool 1, Bournemouth 0, and he makes the 20 gesture to the camera as well in a touching tribute to Diogo Jota. Didn't, of course, play together. Arguably replaced him, you could say as well. And a very humble tribute to Diogo Jota from Ekitike as he scores on his proper competitive debut, shall we call it. So 38 minutes gone. Liverpool 1, Bournemouth 0. We are expecting a decent chunk of added time at the end of this first half. Gakpo chips the ball in, and it's very nearly 2 in 2 minutes for Ekitike, who heads it over the bar. It was just a little bit too high for him, but a decent jump and a decent effort nonetheless. Really nice ball in as well from Gakpo. Just gets the weight on it perfectly. Not a bad start to his Liverpool career. 2 in 2. Say what you like about the Community Shield, and I've said it, I've referenced a couple of times that players are making their debuts today when some will argue they made competitive debuts last time out. But if you're a striker and you've scored in the Community Shield and in the opening game of the Premier League season, you're absolutely claiming 2 in 2. And you'd be hard pushed to argue against that, I think it's fair to say. So 39 minutes gone, Liverpool 1, Bournemouth 0. Well, Bournemouth can call upon their star striker, Evanilson, of course. And he's looked lively tonight, and he will be their most likely threat, I think it's fair to say. Here is Frimpong, the debutant, of course, for Liverpool. I mean, if Wirtz could score or assist tonight as well, Ekitike with a goal, and Liverpool keep the clean sheet, all 4 debutants are going to be going home incredibly happy with tonight's proceedings, of course. Here is McAllister in the middle. Trying to play that to the left-hand side here for Wirtz. It's been blocked away, and now Semenyo can come forward. He's looked really good as well for Bournemouth. Semenyo and Evanilson are the 2 that you look at and think there's something there, and they are trying to play as much as they can down this right-hand side, Bournemouth. Kirkes to Van Dijk. Szoboszlai back to Alisson. Now Frimpong. Alisson again. Here's Van Dijk. Gakpo. Trying to get around his man, it's been blocked. Liverpool's opening day record in the last 12 Premier League seasons have won 9, drawn 3. It'll be 10 in the last 13 as it stands. Szoboszlai trying to play the ball quickly to Mo Salah. It's been blocked and picked up now in the middle by Tavernier. Drops back into defence. It's Ekitike. Across to Smith. Takes the touch, looks to play this one forward. It's Semenyo who turns his man beautifully, cuts inside, thinks about the shot, lined it up, plays it across to Tavernier instead. The first ball into the box is blocked from Brooks. The second attempt from Brooks is also blocked. And he's won the ball back to try and have a third attempt here. And that's been blocked as well. But Bournemouth just about still in possession. It's played out to the right-hand side for Smith. Oh, it's a suicide ball, as we call it. Kirkes, I think that's a fair challenge, you know, though. It's a hard one. The referee's got the yellow card out and has given Bournemouth the free kick, and Smith went flying, but I think that was a fair challenge. But it was one of those suicide balls where it's just put in front of the defender, it's asking for a slide challenge, and you know you've put your teammate in a bit of danger. But Bournemouth winning the free kick. Kirkes on his debut looks like he's going to get booked, and immediately Andy Robertson is out warming up because Kirkes has stayed down in some pain. He did hurt himself in that challenge. I say it was a robust challenge, but I think it's a fair one, you know. Yep, just watched it back. That's a fair challenge. He's won the ball. Oh, no, he hasn't. Looking at the reverse angle. Yeah, when you looked at it from the reverse angle, the ball is chipped over the leg of Kirkes at the last second. He doesn't actually get any contact on it. It's a really harsh one because he's gone in with what would be a fantastic challenge. And Smith has absolutely bought it. Smith's done the right thing, don't get me wrong. He's chipped it over the man and he's gone flying. Smith's done absolutely nothing wrong. It's brave from both players, really. And both are fine to continue, which is the main thing as well. Unless a yellow card. Brooks with the free kick. It comes in low, it's cleared away. It's up outside the box. Bournemouth still in possession. And there's an offside being given. And no one's quite sure how and why. But Liverpool have a free kick here. Everybody looks a little bit bemused. We'll try and watch this back and work it out. We're just seeing the replay of the opening goal of the game. And Ekitike, I'll tell you something, he was so calm and collected here. That's the thing that's impressed me. I've said he's been a bit lightweight and he's not really been challenging for the ball too much, but this was clever from him. He knew he couldn't take the ball around the defender. but he's taken the ricochet in his stride. He's waited for the ball to set, and it's not a great finish. He's just basically given the keeper the eyes, worked out which way the keeper, a bit like a penalty. He's just basically thought, I think the keeper's going to go that way, I'm going to go this way, and he's slotted it past the keeper. It was a bit of a 50-50. He absolutely guessed correctly, but it's such a composed finish, and that's the perfect start for any striker, because his confidence levels now will be high. You'd expect him then to go on a bit of a purple streak, and could well make him a club legend in a few years' time. So the two teams battling for possession in the middle here, and it's Tavernier that gets the ball forward. Now down the left-hand side for Bournemouth. It's chipped down by Brooks, headed away by Frimpong. Picked up by Soberslai, forward to Wirtz. And another long ball forward, looking for Mo Salah, but the goalkeeper, Petrovic, quick off his line, outside his box, boots this one away for a Liverpool throw on the far side. So, 45 minutes gone. We are now into added time. Only 3 minutes have been added. I was expecting 5 or more, if I'm honest. We had, of course, that disruption because of the incident in the stands, which was the best part of 2 minutes. And a couple of stoppages for other reasons as well. 3 minutes it is. There's McAllister. Tries to slip it forward. It's been blocked and comes back to Soberslai. Turns it back towards the Liverpool box. And with Alisson, plays it out short for Konate. Walking forward here, Konate. Played forward to Wirtz. Now drop back to Van Dijk. Kerkez on the left. Plays it forward into the middle for Ekitike. Again, he's bullied off the ball. And now a chance for a counter-attack here for Bournemouth. And there's a foul just outside the box from McAllister. Bundled his man down. Free kick to Bournemouth. It's a really nice position, this, and they'll take the time because this is probably their last meaningful chance of the first half. We've got 2 minutes of added time remaining, so they'll take their time and make the most of this free kick, Bournemouth. Tavernier in conversation with Smith. And there's a third party involved as well. I can't quite work out the identity. It might be Brooks. Smith has left this one. As has Brooks, and Tavernier hits it straight into the two-man Liverpool wall. And out of play for a Bournemouth throw midway through the Liverpool half. And we are now in the final minute of the 3 added minutes at the end of this first half. Liverpool 1, Bournemouth 0. Friday night visit to the champions, probably not top of Bournemouth's wish list when the fixtures were announced. 4 of his first choice back 5, Andoni Areola not available. Still got something to fight for and play for in the second half as the throw-in comes into the box. It's headed away. It's another lumped ball forward into the box, and there's a challenge in, and Bournemouth half-hearted appeals for a penalty. Nothing in that, and Gakpo with a lovely turn. And with 20 seconds left, Liverpool with a breakaway chance to make it 2 before the break. Here's Mo Salah on the far side of the box, cuts in, goes for goal, blocked. Chance for Gakpo to follow it in. That's blocked as well. And now Bournemouth, 10 seconds to go. Can they counter-attack? Through the middle, it's Brooks. Lays the ball off to the left-hand side. He's tripped. Is there an advantage given? Nothing signalled, and the shot fired wide of the near post. And the referee blows the half-time whistle. And what a frantic end it was to the first half. But it's bears no fruit for either side. Ekitike's goal on his Premier League debut for Liverpool is the difference between the two sides at the break. And at half-time, it's Liverpool 1.
Welcome to our audio commentary coverage. This broadcast is not an official product of this competition.
There's a lot of hopes being pinned for Bournemouth on.
Welcome to our audio commentary coverage. This broadcast is not an official product
Like the sort of player that's going to get a goal in this game. Little back heel from Szoboszlai looking for Wirtz. Doesn't let.
Welcome to our audio.
As it stands, it will be lost 12 drawn. In the air.
Welcome to our audio commentary.
Just marginally, so I don't think it would have counted. Liverpool 2, Bournemouth 1. He's going to win this game, absolutely crucial. It's Tavernier here who snatched the ball off the defender and puts it in. Van Dijk blocks it behind for the corner. Tavernier peeled off to the left and got a little bit more advanced in the last few minutes. Almost playing as the left-sided striker. And just cutting the ball across the edge of the 6-yard box. Looking for Evan Nielsen. He's won a couple of corners, so it's working to a degree. Another Bournemouth corner here in the 69th minute, and it's a little bit deeper this time. It's punched away by Alisson, and Mo Salah gets a touch on it to play it across to Wirtz, who flicks it in central position. There's a foul there, is there? The referee says no. Bournemouth win the ball back. It's played back to the goalkeeper. Petrovic waits for Mo Salah to make his move, then hits it long. Comfortable header away for Konate. Picked up by Szoboszlai. Here's Gakpo now. Back to Szoboszlai again, just inside the Liverpool half on the left-hand side. Here's McAllister. Plays it forward once more. Now Wirtz, who deserves a goal tonight. 69 minutes played. Szoboszlai in the attacking third. Drops it to Wirtz in a central position. Takes a touch, trying to get past Tavernier. Drops it back to Szoboszlai again. Now on the left with Gakpo, who goes for goal. I think it was a cross-come shot. Petrovic read it well, gathers it comfortably, but Ekitike was lurking at the back post. Long ball forward, looking to try and release Truffert on the left-hand side. Is gathered by Alisson. Now on the right-hand side, it's Szoboszlai taking his time. McAllister forward to Wirtz. A couple of little niggly challenges come into him, and it's enough for him to lose the ball. Into the centre circle, advantage signalled by the referee. Semenyo's got some space on the right if they can find him. They have. Scott with the ball out, and now cross comes in, and it's headed away by Endo. Still Bournemouth in possession, 70 minutes gone. On the left-hand side is Brooks. Plays a neat ball down the left-hand side. Truffert with the cross, it's headed away on the penalty spot, picked up on the D. Out to the left-hand side for Brooks, trying to dance his way into the box. It's been cleared away by Szoboszlai. Now here's Senesai. So 1-2 at the back. Chipped into the box. Tavernier again, back to Brooks. Tries to just place it into the bottom corner. It's been blocked. Bournemouth putting some pressure on here in and around the box. Here's Senesai. Puts a neat ball in, and it's a header at the near post, and it's over the bar, but nobody picked him up there. It was Evan Nilsson just drifted away and found a pocket of space. Kept himself on side, and the flicked header over Alisson was also flicked over the bar. So 71 minutes played. It's still Liverpool 2, Bournemouth 1, and we are now going to have another double change for the champions. And it's the first goal scorer, Ekitike, who is going to make way. McAllister is the other. Gomez and Jones are going to replace them. So I think Endo's going to push into midfield, and Gomez will go to right back, and Jones will go into the 3, and Wirtz will go into the, or maybe even be Gakpo goes forward. I think it'll be Wirtz will go forward into the striking position. It makes sense for me. Goes a little bit more defensive and possession based in the middle, where Bournemouth have been doing well in the last few minutes. It gives Ekitike a break, and it gives Wirtz that chance to see what he can do in that attacking role. And rotating that front four around is something that Arne Slot was keen to do last season. Gomez has the ball in hand here to take a throw. And looks like Bournemouth are readying their first change of the evening. Throwing comes in down the right and is booted straight back out for another throw in pretty much the same position for Joe Gomez to take it again. It's a long throw by Gomez, headed away. Picked up by Szoboszlai, out to the right hand side. Salah with a lovely ball in for Curtis Jones, plays it to Gakpo, who looks to try and set the ball for the overlapping run of Robertson, miscues it, and in the battle that commences, Bournemouth win the throw-in. 73 minutes gone. Throw-in taken short, Liverpool putting the pressure on, and it goes out of play for a Bournemouth goal kick. Smith throwing the ball to his goalkeeper to get play resumed as quickly as possible. 16.5 minutes left, but Bournemouth are going to make a change at this stage. And Alex Scott replaced by Hamad Traore. Back underway. A bit of head tennis there. Verts eventually on the end of it. Can't do anything with the ball, so just plays it down the line back towards the Bournemouth goal. Within possession at the back. Ekitike goes to Senasai. Adams. On the right hand side again for Bournemouth as we approach final 15 minutes in this game. It's with Petrovic, who's come out of his box here to try and push his teammates forward a little bit. Long ball hit down the left hand side, it's way over here and it's a long way over and out. Throws the ball down the right hand side, headed away, picked up by Verts. Again, not really any options around him, just hits the ball into the right sort of area. It sort of works in a roundabout way because the ball has come back to him now from the defender, so Verts, and this time he does have a pass open to him. Here's Soboslai. Back to Ellison. Van Dijk. Down to Soboslai. Gomez. Mo Salah on the right, cuts in behind his man, lays it off to the edge. Oh, it was misread by Soboslai. And now's a chance for a breakaway here for Bournemouth. It's 4-on-2. It's Semenyo leading the attack. He's got options to his left and he's got in it alone. He's put it in the back of the net. Would you believe it? 2-0 down. Semenyo with a double has got Bournemouth back on level terms, and it looked like he should pass there. And I was ready, I'll be honest, I was ready to criticise him for not playing that ball to his left because it looked the high percentage option. But he's drilled it into the back of the net past Alisson, and he has got Bournemouth back on level terms. Liverpool from 2-0 up, pegged back. It's Liverpool 2, Bournemouth 2 in the 77th minute. Well, you've got to feel this is 2 points dropped for Liverpool at 2-0. They had chances to make it 3. You felt the goal was coming. Bournemouth on the counter-attack got back into it. And then Liverpool since just haven't been able to get back in front. They've made a couple of defensive-minded changes as well. They replaced both full-backs. They've brought on 2 midfielders. Well, Gomez and Jones, but obviously Endo and Robertson had come on as well just before that, and they've shuffled it about, but they took off 2 attacking players in McAllister and Ekitike. They've replaced the 2 fullbacks who, as we know, are very attacking minded fullbacks, so they have sat back and invited pressure in that respect. Now Liverpool with 12 minutes remaining, looking to retake the lead, but they've made 4 changes as well. It's not like they can throw a few attackers on now to try and win this. They've only got 1 change left. Just going to look at Liverpool's bench now and see where the most likely attacking changes they could make would be. They've still got some attacking players on the pitch, let's not forget. They've still got Salah, Verts, Gakpo, Szoboszlai all on the pitch. There's Chiesa, Elliott, probably the only 2 recognised first team attacking players. So you'd be looking at one of those 2. Chiesa was out of favour last season. So Elliott's probably the one that you'd bring on. He was a bit of a game changer last season as well off the bench, Harvey Elliott. He did come up with some important moments in games. Szoboszlai taking the free kick, squares it across to Verts. Plays it through to Van Dijk. He had a chance in goal there. It was about 8 yards out. Tried to cut it into the box and it was blocked out for a Liverpool throw on this near side. Liverpool shooting from left to right, of course, in this second half. And Joe Gomez is going to take the throw. And he's setting himself up to throw this one long straight into the box, and that's exactly what he does. Bad throw at all, and it's flicked on and flicked on again and headed away, and now Endo picks it up and turns it all the way back to Alisson as Liverpool look to build from the back here. 79 minutes gone. Liverpool 2, Bournemouth 2. It would be a really bad start to the Premier League campaign to drop 2 points at home in the opener, but from 2-0 up as well, of course. Long ball forward and Salah going for that. The keeper has to come out of his box to clear it away ahead of Salah. Gakpo picks up the loose ball. It's played across to Szoboszlai, and he could have played it in. First touch for Salah there, who would have been one-on-one, and he didn't. He took the touch and took the shot, and it's over the bar, and Salah not happy with that. Gakpo there, nice touch to try and get the move going. Wirtz dropping it back. I think it came at him quite quickly, Szoboszlai, and I think he was just focused on getting the first touch under control. But Salah, I think, thinking, if you'd have passed that, just first touch pass straight through to me, I'm one-on-one there. And I have to agree with Mo Salah in that situation. Here's Jones. Plays it down the left-hand side for Wirtz. It's been shielded well at the back and cleared out of play. Ekitike. Here's Jones across to Szoboszlai. Does find Salah this time on the right of the box, cuts it back to Szoboszlai again. First touch shot is punched away by the keeper. Just outside the box, Bournemouth trying to get the ball under control. They've put defensive numbers back. It's a long ball hit down the right-hand side. It's cleared away. And Szoboszlai takes a lovely touch past his man. He's then pulled down by Evan Ilson. Takes the free kick quickly, but the referee stopped play because he wants to brandish the yellow card, and does. To the final 10 minutes at Anfield. Liverpool 2, Bournemouth 2. The champions 2-0 up, squandering that lead. A brace from Semenyo, getting Bournemouth back on level terms. And Liverpool, I think, making their 5th and final change here. And it is indeed, and it's the 4th of the debutants making way. And it is Federico Chiesa who comes on. I mentioned a minute ago, him and Harvey Elliott are the 2 likely candidates. Chiesa apparently has trained really well throughout pre-season. And he's got a chance here with 8.5 minutes to go. Ball chipped in by Szoboszlai. It's headed away, headed back into the box. Half cleared away. Tavernier helping it along its way. Headed back by Endo, touchdown by Konate. Liverpool on the halfway line with the ball. Another long one pumped forward. Mo Salah, lovely first touch from him, puts the defender on the ground, but there's another defender in Senezai to cover and clear. There's Gomez. Konate. To Alisson. Gomez. Endo in the middle being pulled and pushed, and just to get the ball away. It's interesting, Arne Slot was talking about Diogo Jota, saying he was the player, the harder the occasion, the better he was. And this is very much a Diogo Jota sort of game now, with 7.5 minutes to go, needing a late goal. He was your man. Who's going to be that person today, you wonder? Robertson trying to get round the defender, but the cross in, it's blocked behind by Smith, and out for a Liverpool corner. There's a late flag now for offside, and Robertson saying, not me. Speaking to the referee saying he couldn't have been offside, it can't have been him. Bournemouth now are going to make a change themselves with 7 minutes to go. It's Brooks, who's been really good today for Bournemouth. Caused a lot of problems for Liverpool. He's going to make way. Contender for man of the match. I think Semenyo's going to get it, and I think he deserves it. And Ben Winterburn is going to replace David Brooks. going to be Petrovic, the goalkeeper, to come across and take this free kick for the offside. It's quite close to the byline on the far side. 84 minutes gone. Ball down the right, headed away. Liverpool frantically trying to get the ball under their control and play it down the left. It's been booted out by Tavernier for a throw-in, who apologises to the fans because he appreciates he's booted it straight at them. Needs must. On the left-hand side. It's a good 2 back to Van Dijk. We're winning by 2 or more goals in Premier League history at Anfield. Liverpool have won 284 and drawn 7 and never lost in 291 games. They've got 5 minutes to try and keep that impressive run going. Here's Van Dijk. Plays it down the right-hand side for Mo Salah. Salah trying to cut in behind Truffert. He's just about managed it, gets the ball into the box, it's cleared away. Konate battling with Evanilson. Manages to get the ball back to Alisson. Now here's Van Dijk. It's a long ball up and over the top, it's overhit, and that is going to bounce out for a goal kick. Van Dijk's just telling his defenders to push a higher line. Not the dream start that Liverpool would have wanted, but there's still 4.5 minutes to rectify the situation. There'll be a few minutes of added time, of course. They have got a knack of scoring late goals, the Reds, particularly at home. The sentiment of the occasion, you would not bet against them finding that extra 10% from somewhere. 86 minutes gone as Konate hits the ball against Evanilson for a Liverpool throw. Taken down the line. It's over everybody, and there's plenty of time here for Senasai to play it back to Petrovic, who comes out of his box, hits it long. Konate heading it away. Comes back to Gomez. Down the right-hand side for Salah, who's fouled. Free kick given. Truffert pulling him down, taking one for the team there. Liverpool beginning their quest for a record-breaking 21st top-flight title. Doing it the hard way on match day 1. 87 minutes gone. Bournemouth's defenders pushing forward to make it difficult for Liverpool to put the free kick into the box, and it has forced them to play it short. Endo, the left-hand side, it's crossed in now for Van Dijk, gets the header across, chested down by Gakpo, goes for the volley, it's been blocked, headed away, still in the box, they can't clear the lines here, Bournemouth. Van Dijk stabs the ball back towards his defenders, it's Alisson who comes forward. It's a 1-2 with Robertson. 2.5 minutes of normal time remain. Alisson hits it long. It's been left for Szoboszlai. He takes the touch for Salah. It's a brilliant ball in. It was invited. The keeper's done well. And the volley's in the back of the net. And it's Chiesa off the bench to win the game for Liverpool. And what a statement he makes there. Arne Slot straight away muting the celebrations and pointing to his temple to say calm, concentrate. But Liverpool celebrated in the corner. There were so many critics of Chiesa last season that he didn't sparkle and shine from day one. There was questions about whether he'd be here at all for the start of this season, and he's just turned up with what could be a vital goal in this Premier League campaign. Liverpool 3, Bournemouth 2. Szoboszlai with a brilliant touchdown. Salah with a great ball into the box. Jones can't quite get there. The keeper punches it away, and Chiesa volleys it back into the bottom right-hand corner across the goalkeeper. Really composed finish. It takes a deflection off the defender just as he's watching it. He's got his body shape ready for the volley, and he readjusts at the last second and he curls it round the back of Konate so it doesn't deflect wide. It is absolutely brilliant, and that will silence the critics. He couldn't have a better start to his second Premier League campaign with Liverpool, and it's a make or break season for him. And he comes off the bench with minutes left and comes up with the winning goal. Liverpool 3, Bournemouth 2 in dramatic fashion. So back underway. We are now in the final minute of normal time. That goal was timed at 87:46. Bournemouth come forward looking to cause some more late drama. It's been blocked away. It's going to go out for a corner on the far side. 30 seconds of normal time remain. And everyone back for Liverpool now. Defending what they've got. Bournemouth are now going to make a late double change here. They're going to do it before the corner is taken. And it's Hill, who was the one that we had down incorrectly as starting in this game. He is now coming on. This is... Krupi, Adams and Smith off. Krupi and Hill on. 6 minutes of added time have been shown. We've had 30 seconds of those, so 5.5 minutes of stoppage time separate the champions from an opening day victory in their quest to retain the Premier League title and make a record-breaking 21st top flight trophy. Winning a corner on the far side now. Truth be, was going to take it straight off the bench. It was going to be his first involvement, but he's left it instead. First minute of added time is up. Corner comes in, turned away at the near post. Bournemouth picking this up and is pumped straight back into the box. But they look a little bit dead on the feet out there, Bournemouth. Chaser with a half volley clearing the ball away, fouled in the process, wins the free kick. And the Bournemouth manager with his head in his hands, can't believe that. And the Liverpool fans celebrating in the stands. And it's been the sort of Premier League opening game I would have wanted tonight. With the sentiment around Anfield, it's been nice to have some drama in the game and some excitement and show that spirit, that heart, that fight, that passion that we associate with this club, particularly in such tragic circumstances. They find that level. And it's the sort of game that Jota would have absolutely relished. 2 minutes gone, 4 to go of added time. Gomez with the ball in hand for the throw. Throws this one short to Chiesa, who's going to juggle this and hold it for as long as he can, and does that. Drops it to Gomez. It's now Szoboszlai, who's tripped fairly, says the referee, and Bournemouth try and come away with the ball. Great block from Szoboszlai, who's insisting that the throw-in should go their way. The referee says no. 2.5 minutes gone. Throw into Bournemouth, and it's gone across the full back four, down the right-hand side. Looking for Semenyo, basically. That's been the target for most of the game. But almost there. It went over him and Liverpool switched off, and Evan Nilsson went in one-on-one with Alisson, who got there first. Gets the ball out of his hands long. Headed away at the back well by Bournemouth. It's out for a Liverpool throw-in. 3 minutes gone, 3 minutes to go of added time. Liverpool 3, Bournemouth 2. Liverpool, as it stands, going top of the table, starting the Premier League season with a win, but they've not made it easy. Bournemouth have been resilient opponents tonight. Throw-in taken down the right-hand side, it's headed away. Hoofed back by Bournemouth. Gomez heads it away. Headed back and headed away by Van Dijk, and hoofed away by Endo. And Mo Salah's going to run all the way from the right wing to the left to get there, and does get there first. Bournemouth didn't see him coming, and he's into the box. Mo Salah still going. Mo Salah! 4-2! And that is sensational from Mo Salah. He has really had that desire tonight. We've seen the hunger from him to try and get on the score sheet, and he's done everything but score. He's put in a huge shift for the Reds tonight. And there we see it again. He's on the wrong side of the pitch, and there's nobody else nearby. And the Bournemouth defence are all taking their time, waiting for the bounce, and he pegs it across from the right wing to the left, gets there first, then comes back on himself across the box, dances past the defence, and slots it across the keeper and into the bottom corner to confirm the victory for Liverpool. Liverpool 4, Bournemouth 2, Mo Salah with the fourth, and a celebration for Diogo Jota as well. Absolutely brilliant. But you've got to ask questions. It's Hill, who's fresh off the bench as well, so he's got the stamina needed, and he's just watching the ball. He's got his back to, well, he's facing his own goal, and the ball bounces in front of him, and Mo Salah just takes it straight off him. He's let Mo Salah go goal side and take the ball. All he's got to do is move 2 feet the other way and guard it. It's really poor from Hill. And Liverpool deserve the win, but they've left it late, haven't they? Another chance here. Gakpo going down the left. It's a brilliant slide from Senesi, and the ball out of play for a Liverpool throw on the far side. And Mo Salah now moves level with Andy Cole for top goal scorers in Premier League history. That's his 187th goal. Goal timed at 93 minutes 52. We now have 20 seconds left of added time. And Liverpool with 4 goal scorers. Ekitike on his debut. Chiesa off the bench. Mo Salah there, of course, rounding things off nicely. And that is the full-time whistle. Well, what a dramatic game. Liverpool looked completely in control of this game. 2-0 up and cruising. Bournemouth pegging them back to 2-2. And then drama, Chiesa off the bench to give them the lead. And then when you thought the game was over, Mo Salah just likes to make sure and seals all 3 points with a 4th goal for the Reds. In an emotional evening at Anfield, it's a typically exciting Liverpool performance, and one that Diogo Jota would have absolutely loved. Full time at Anfield in the Premier League opener. It's finished Liverpool 4,